Hi everybody. So we have a fraction problem that we're going to solve together. I've got it zoomed in as close as I can get it so that you can read the problem along with me and we can figure out what we need to do. But then when it's time for me to show my work, I'm going to pull the easel back and do it on the whiteboard so you can really see what's happening, okay? So this problem says, Jacob is sharing a pizza with his friends. If he and 5 of his friends each get 1/8 of the pizza, how much of the pizza will they have eaten? Show your thinking on a number line and a strip diagram. Be sure to label the fractions. So, just like we do with all story problems, we need to make sure we read it at least 2 times. Okay, so that was once. I know it's a problem about pizza and there's sharing and there's fractions, but I need to read it again to make sure I really understand what I'm being asked to do. So here we go. Number 2. It says Jacob is sharing a pizza with his friends. If he and 5 of his friends, so that means Jacob is part of the group. If he and 5 of his friends are eating the pizza, that means there's 6 people, right? So I'm going to make note to myself of that. So there's 6 people and they're each getting 1/8 of the pizza. That also seems important, so I'm going to circle that. They're each getting 1/8 of the pizza. And we're being asked, how much of the pizza will they have eaten? All right, how much of the pizza will they have eaten? So we know we've got a pizza being shared with 6 people. We know how much pizza each person is getting, and we're trying to figure out how much they've eaten altogether. Okay, so I'm going to back this up so we can see what number lines would look like to solve this problem and what strip diagrams would look like to solve this problem. All right, so let me back it up, make sure you can still see everything. That looks good. Okay, so what we've got is first I'm going to draw a picture of the pizza. That's just going to kind of help me make sense of things. So here's the pizza, and if each person is getting 1/8 of the pizza, remember, the bottom number of a fraction is the denominator, and it tells you how many total pieces there are. So this denominator says 8, so that means I need 8 pieces in my pizza. So I'm going to cut my pizza into 8 equal pieces, or as equal as I can get them because I'm not perfect. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So that's what the pizza is going to look like, right? But I'm being asked to show it on a number line and a strip diagram. Now, number lines you saw on the Nearpod a lot yesterday, so I'm going to start with that. Here's my number line. It's going to start at 0, and it's going to end at 1 because this is one whole pizza, right? And again, I'm cutting it into 8ths. That means I need 8 total pieces, and 8 is an even number. So I can start by cutting it in half to try to make sure my pieces are equal. So that looks like it's about halfway to me. And then I need 4 sections on each side. And 4 is another even number, so I can cut each section in half to try to make sure my pieces are as equal as possible. And then I need 2 in each of these, right? Because that would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So cut each one in half. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 total pieces on my number line. All right, and now I'm going to label all my fractions because that's what it's asking me to do. Be sure to label with fractions. This is 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, and 7/8. Okay, so now we need to figure out how much of the pizza they will have eaten. And it says there are 6 people, right? Because it's Jacob and his 5 friends. So each person is getting one of those 8ths. So this is Jacob, this is 1 of the friends, 2 of the friends, 3 of the friends, 4 of the friends, 5 of the friends. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that each got a piece of the pizza, right? And if we look at where we stopped on our number line, that is 6/8, or 6 out of 8, okay? So that's how it looks on a number line. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with a strip diagram. Now, strip diagrams, you're used to seeing a lot of with addition and subtraction, multiplication and division. we do strip diagrams with fractions too. So we're going to start with just the bottom section of the strip diagrams that we're used to seeing, okay? And the denominator tells you how many pieces to cut it into. So again, I'm going to cut it into 8 equal pieces. Start by finding half and then 4 on each side, just like that, okay? And that's our strip diagram, all right? Now, we need to make sure that we remember that each of these pieces is 1 out of the 8 total pieces, right? So this is 1/8, but this piece is also 1/8. This piece is also 1/8. They're each just 1 out of the 8 total pieces, which is our unit fraction, right? They're each just 1/8. And if we have 6 people sharing the pizza, then that means 6 of those pieces need to get shaded in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 out of the 8 pieces again. 6 out of 8, or 6/8. So that is how much has been eaten. 6/8 has been eaten. We need to make sure we label our answers, right? That's the answer to that question. The next question, I'm not going to pull it in close enough for you to see, just listen. The next question says, what fraction of the pizza is left? All right? So if they've eaten 6/8, then this part here is what's left. They've eaten those 6 pieces. These at the end are what's left. So we've got 2 jumps at the end that are left over. So that would be 2 out of 8. Same thing here. We've got 2 pieces at the end that are left over. So that would be 2 out of 8, or 2/8. And then it says decompose that fraction as a sum of unit fractions. And it's really easy to see looking at this strip diagram what that means. Remember, sum means that we're going to add. So that means we're going to add this 1/8 plus this 1/8. And when we put them together, it equals the 2/8 that are left over. So 2/8 of the pizza is left. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. So for your must do, you've got a problem that looks like this. It's called Pet Problems, and it's assigned in Google Classroom. It talks about a guy named Zach, and he's feeding his cat and his puppy different things, and it's all about fractions. And the first question asks you to represent, or you have to solve the problem and then represent the answer on a number line and a strip diagram, just like I did here. You've got a different problem to solve, but this is what your thinking should look like. You should have a fraction number line and fractions on a strip diagram. The second question is going to ask you to show a sum of unit fractions. So just like I did here, you're going to have to add the unit fractions together to figure out what the sum is, okay? If you have questions, make sure you get with your teacher during her Zoom room hours and just do the best that you can. But good luck. Happy fractioning. Bye, guys.